All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to today's stream. Got post and let everybody know I'm live, so give me a second. Hopefully this game is good, bro, cause oh, that voice is horrible. That voice is horrible. I'm gonna have to turn that off. Can't be listening to that while trying to play this game. I don't get why they add that. Like, bro, I don't need to be added. Take that mess out. Like, oh, demonic sounding voice. Okay, everything's been posted. Go ahead and get into this stream.
New game, press.
I know. Turn that off.
Landing mode auto. Tricks.
Man, that is so horrible.
Game. Menu ner. Voice chat box. Copy. Subtitle. Voice chat. Voice chat. Voice chat group. Microphone.
There's no way to turn that off?
Code. Social. In-game menu narration on. Menu narration on. Enabled text pronunciation in various in-game
Oh
menus.
my
Accessibility
god.
tab.
Turn that off. I don't want to hear her demonic sounding voice. Is it off? Cool. Dang. That was horrible. I gotta see if this game is good because I want to get it, but I'm like, I don't know about it. But I want to get it, so I'm gonna see if it's good. But if not, then yeah, I'm like, I'm not gonna be playing this. It's did by Ubisoft, so I think everybody knows how I feel about Ubisoft games. But I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna see what it's all about. No, no, no.
Hey there, Ryder. Welcome to the Republic. First off, allow me to familiarize
Can I skip
you with
this?
some control presets that'll help you shred in ease. You can choose between two modes, Racer and Trickster. Now, the Racer mode allows you to keep control of the camera and launch tricks with a bit more comfort. It's great for optimizing your line and ideal for race events. The Trickster mode provides a way more natural feel. You can stomp those insane tricks with maximum control, and it will come in super handy at those big trick-based events. You got it? Don't worry, you can switch things up anytime you want in the options menu. But for now, stick to the Racer mode. Hey, you gotta learn how to walk before you're hitting a quad cork 1980, am I right?
Okay.
Besides, there'll be plenty of time to focus on the Trickster mode later on. All right, get to it, Ryder.
Yeah, let's just, yeah. Alright. Hey, what's up, Liz? What's up, Shadow? How you guys doing tonight? Appreciate y'all for stopping by. Is that supposed to be a black person? Now, who it... Okay, well, maybe Michael Blackson, but oh, you could be green in this game. Huh. Odd. I would say that's my shade, but maybe I think I'm a little bit lighter than that. Because that's the only black looking person on here. Hair. That's me. That's honestly me right now. Facial hair. Just getting ready for bed since it's 3 a.m. Oh yeah. Yep, it's usually that time of the day where it's like, you know, you guys start sleeping. Me, I'm like, my thing is, it would be 3 a.m. I still be trying to stay up, watch TV and stuff, or play games. So I have to sleep early, luckily. Yeah, same. Oh, dang, I for sure forgot to plug up my laptop charger. That'd been a catastrophe. Been sitting there streaming. Next thing you know, I'm like, hey, yo, why is my stuff going out? Okay. We good now. Yeah, let's go speeding bullet. Why look like my god got lighter? I'm gonna buy this game when I on the Xbox Series X. I ain't gonna get this on the PlayStation. I'm like, I'll get old games on the PlayStation, but I'm getting the new games on the Xbox. Gone for a few days. Be so bored. Oh, really? Going like on a trip or something? Or are you gonna still deal with that? I feel it though. Like them trips, I'm telling you, I'm like, man, my family want to take trips. I'm like, bro, can I just stay home? Like y'all go. Dang. Going out of town for my sister's wedding. Okay. Hopefully you have a good time there.
Take that downhill bike and stick it on this trail.
Oh, here we go. Bruh. You don't like turn as much in here. Grind here. The food and drinks. Facts. But no, yeah, what Dark Shadow said, like, you definitely out here killing it, Liz. Bro, I can't even control the, like, bike. I don't want to play this game. Nah, I'm not playing that. It ain't gonna stress me out sitting there trying to say, I don't see myself buying that game. I'll probably get that game when it's on, like, discount or something. Well, time to play Grid. Like, because I'm not playing that. That game is freaking... That game's broken. Nope. I know when a game ain't meant for me, and that game is definitely not meant for me. So, let's go ahead. We're going to switch right to the Xbox. Turn this off so I can save the battery on my headphones. Like, I know when I get stressed out. It's rage inducing. No, I already felt it. I already felt myself getting mad at that game, so doing this on the PS4. Oh, cause I have a PlayStation 4 now. I bought a PlayStation 4 maybe a few days ago, I think. Change the title too. Like, I don't know what to title my stream. Yeah, I'm like, I ain't playing that game. They're gonna have to change them controls up, make it where the bike turns better. Oh, cause I stream on Streamlabs. I don't stream on my PlayStation. I stream on Streamlabs. On my lap, I have a gaming laptop, and so I just stream off of that. I didn't even realize that. Even when I did stream off of the PlayStation, I didn't even realize that was a thing. I would exit out of games, start up other games and stuff, and I was like, I hear that, and I'm like, dang, people down bad with PlayStation. But yeah, I'm like, I hear when people, they tell me that. Yeah, I'm like, man, I hear some of the things with PlayStation. I'm like, man, it's messed up. It's messed up. People be having to deal with that PlayStation stuff. I think that's like one of the main reasons why I like playing on the Xbox. 2 good stream. Dang, that's messed up. Yeah, that's why I like streaming. Or I more so just like my Xbox. It's just that's doing too much. Yeah, I'm like I've always have kind of been like a PlayStation fan because I grew up having a PlayStation 2 and stream. Yeah, I'm like I couldn't go through all that. I'm like, nah, not me. I'm like I got too much anger running through me to where I'm like I gotta deal with stuff like that. I definitely tried to like figure out a way to fix it so I didn't have to deal with that. Think everybody, they know me when it comes to rage. I was sitting there like what, like 10 years old stumping out PlayStation 2s because I couldn't do some skateboarding trick in Tony Hawk. Like, I was getting mad at video games back when I was younger. People think I be playing around when I say that. I'm like, nah, I was mad, bro. I was angry. In the community I have right now, maybe they keep streaming. Dang. Yeah, I'm like, that's right. They need to make that stuff easier. Hopefully it's easier on the PlayStation 5. If not, then I'm like, fam, what's the reason to release that stuff if it ain't even gonna be easier to like streaming? I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. Sure, so I know that's I try to play games that make me happy. Everybody be all like, "Oh no, you gotta play this game, you gotta play this." I'm like, why would I play a game that's gonna make me mad? Like, why would I do that to myself? I feel happy. Why would I want to make myself mad? Oh no, it was. Oh, you guys would have had a show out of me if I would have been a kid all over again, raging in video games. Oh, you guys, bruh. Y'all would have been like purposely like causing me to. I was crying. I was full on crying. Like you would have thought that I had just got whooped by like every black mom in the United States. Like I was crying hard. Sometimes, yeah, but I'm like like when years done pass by, I think about it. And I'm like, that was kind of funny. But at the moment, I'm like, bro, like I legit just want to like just take something and just rip it. The worst is when my sister would walk into my room talking about it's just a video game. Stop being mad. I'm like, how would you like to wake up tomorrow with your legs bent behind your back, huh? How about that? Because I'm saying, like, wrestling's teaching me new things every single day. So you keep playing with fire. I guarantee you're going to be burned by the end of the day. So. Like, my sister, she firsthand knows, like, what happens when, you have a little brother that watches wrestling. I legit put my sister in the walls of Jericho for no reason. One stream. It was fun. Yeah, I'm like, I think I don't know. For the most part, I haven't had, like, well, I've had my, like, moments where I've gotten mad at video games and streams. But I do got some videos up of me, like, yelling to the top of my lungs. Like, I do have that. Especially in the days when I had just started, like, getting into content creating. And I had the Turtle Beaches headset. Oh, man. Honestly, it was horrible. One shot to RKO, my pillow. I'm trying to think, what wrestling moves I don't know. I don't think I ever tried that, but... That's like one thing, it's like, I think a lot of people just ain't prepared for it. They honestly think I won't use a wrestling move, like, mid-fight. Honestly, I ain't gonna do, like, no Twist of Fate, like, mid-fight, but... I definitely do like some like Samoa Joe and like put somebody in a chokehold or something. I know. Imagine being like Liz's pillow. You just laying on the bed, just waiting to just do your pillow duties. She done threw you in the air and hit you with the most coldest RKO of all time. That ain't even right. That is not right. But I'm saying there's always like some like room item that's been used as like a wrestling, you know, like play dummy and stuff. Like you gotta practice a wrestling move at least once in your life. Lisa, what was her move again? It's been so long since I've seen her wrestle. I just remember when she was acting crazy on TV. I was like, hey, yo. I don't know why they got, like, everybody just, you know, acting weird for no reason, but... I still remember when she very first debuted. She debuted, wasn't it on... It was on well, it was, like, the second wave of ECW. And she was, like, with some, some random guy, and they always would come out dancing. And I'm like, what? Why are they dancing? Like, you guys are about to slam people on the mat and, you know, fight. Like, why is y'all dancing? Even after the, it was a leg move. I have to look it up again, because I honestly don't remember. It trips me out, honestly, though, when I find, like, people that are wrestling fans. Like, finally, people that, you kind of surprised me with naming off Alicia Fox, because I'm like, okay, like, nah, Liz is a wrestling fan. Cool. Sports Entertainment RKO, exactly. Honestly, I wouldn't be mad if Randy Orton hit me with an RKO. They had been like, so, Mr. Moss, your neck has been broken in 3 different places. I'm like, okay, but did you guys get the RKO on camera? They're like, Mr. Moss, you may not ever walk again. I don't care. Did you get the RKO on camera? That's all yes or no. They were like, well, it was caught on a security camera, but the quality wasn't good enough. I was like, I swear, man, just leave me alone. I was a kid. I'm still obsessed with wrestling. I still watch it like it's a religion. People ask me like, oh, like, Ty, let's go out and do some stuff. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. WWE Championship match tonight. Can't do nothing. They're like, oh, Ty, let's go out and, you know, go play bowling. I'm like, sorry. Roman Reigns, he's fighting tonight. Brock Lesnar might come back. Can't do it. Can't miss that. But I might have to, no, that's what I think I might end up doing. I might download Peacock on my phone, so in case people want to go out, I'm like, bro, I'm going to be watching wrestling right there on my phone. I still watch it. I watch it like it's like, fam. I watch it like I'm like starting to watch it every single day. Because he always hated. I was obsessed with it because he always hated doing wrestling jobs. He had to wait a minute, what? Your dad's a wrestler? Watch you name off like some like well-known wrestler. I'm like, hey yo, hold on, time out. When was this even established? I'm confused by it. Maybe I'm just having a slow moment. Maybe I'm like reading it and I'm not supposed to be reading it the way I'm reading it. But my family, they didn't care that I watched wrestling because I think they used to watch wrestling at one point in time. I know, right? Watch like Liz was like actually used to work for a company that puts sports entertainment worship. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, because I was thinking that I'm like, maybe I'm like saying like, okay, I see. It's like kind of like a promotion thing or something. I see, okay. Makes sense. I'm like, I know it's funny because I wanted to, when I was a kid, I think it was when I was in middle school, I wanted to be a wrestler. I legit called up the WWE headquarters and asked them how old do I have to be a wrestler. Like, I remember I was like, I Googled, WWE's like work number or something like that. And I got connected to a rep that worked there, and I was like, hey, how old do you have to be a wrestler? I could tell, like, now thinking about it, I could tell she was laughing on the other line. Because she was just like, you have to be 18 years of age. I'm like, okay, I will contact you guys in 6 years. I think I was like 12 or something at the time. Oh, engineering. Okay. Stand in this Super Bowl a lot of times. Shouldn't constitute. That's sick. That's actually kind of dope. Yeah, I'm like, my dad, he's a construction worker, so he just built the places that y'all do the engineering stuff at. Speaking of wrestling, have you seen Raw earlier tonight? Best Raw episode this year. Yeah, I think they're gonna be doing a lot of good things with wrestling and stuff. I'm saying like there's so many different things that they can do with it. I feel like now it's they need to work on that because it wasn't hitting. Friday night SmackDown was good. Seemed like it's gonna probably be good this up and coming Friday. So you got Brock Lesnar out there just acting like a maniac. Like that's the type of stuff we like. We like the things that's like that seems real, but at the same time we know it's fictional. Because if they had before, I'm like, bro, what is this? Man, a lot of celebs do some. That's sick. That's actually kind of dope. Yeah, I definitely love to do some stuff like that. Nah, I'm like, but yeah, my dad, he just, all I just know is about construction. So, I can teach you guys how to put a building together, but I'm like, yeah, we just, all I know is that, like, you know, people that celebrities that step foot in them places, but other than that, like, because there was a time where it was, Shaq was at one of the places he was at. It's gonna turn up now. War against, I know, right? Yeah, WWE is definitely gonna be trying to compete with AEW. I would imagine, yeah, it's like, I feel like any engineering job does pay good. Because I remember I was looking at some engineering jobs after I had graduated from high school. I was looking for some engineering jobs in the Air Force. And I was like, all the jobs I seen, they all paid well. So, it's just crazy to think, like, I almost was gonna enlist in the military, but instead I decided to be a content creator and just play military video games. Drywall, that hurt. I'm trying to think, what did me and my dad, I don't think I've really, he's always told me about this stuff. He never, like, actually, I think there's, like, maybe one time we did, like, a job where you had to take some, like some, I don't know what it was. It was something like this, like, pasty stuff off of the wall. That was about it, but he missed down a lot, my sister and I. Oh, yeah, it's like with those jobs, because yeah, them jobs can be pretty busy. Same with construction. Construction ain't no, like, you know, like, oh, it's only a few hour job. Like, you gonna be there for a while. I can't remember when I did. I think I might have been in high school when we went to go do that, because it was like at some, like, old salon. And he was just like, we gotta take this paste off of the walls. Yes, except Hawaii. Yeah, because Hawaii, it's like, it's all far away and stuff. I don't get why it's like they make, like, Hawaii and Alaska, like, them are, like, two places they ain't got nothing to do with, like here, like, from, like, Washington and New York, Cali, and, you know, Florida, like, in that whole, like, perimeter, they just all outside, but they're still considered, like, U.S. states. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like back in, like, the 1700s when they were coming up with the states, like, they didn't know what they were doing. Like, they were arguing about some stuff, and then whoever it was like, okay, well, we're gonna take this area, and we're gonna call it, Alaska, and we're gonna take this area, and we're gonna call it Hawaii. You guys get all the rest. Every time Alaska is mentioned, I laugh. Alaska, it's like, I don't know. Alaska is just its own, I'd say it's its own little place. I declare that Alaska is no longer a part of the United States. I declare that today. My parents went to Alaska today once. They got in a fight. And left my... Dang. I'm saying, like, nah, dads would do some stuff like that. I'm pretty sure if I asked my mom or dad they'd do anything like that, I'm pretty sure they would say yeah, too, so... Dads would do stuff like that. They were like, I don't need this. I'm a father. I'll do what I feel like doing. I'll leave everybody in this state. Like, say I won't leave. He at the airport talking to himself. Say I won't leave. I'll leave right now. They're like, sir, so is that 1 ticket or 2 tickets to out of Alaska? 1. Do you see a second person here? No. So you give me 1 ticket out of Alaska. Go back to the... That's crazy. Oh, I would be hot. I'd be so upset. And then the mom, she's in the boat just paddling, talking about leave me out here in Alaska, paddling this boat. Liz is over there waiting so she could go home so she can RKO a pillow. That's funny, though. But I feel like I'd be mad about something like that, too. I would, too. Honestly, yeah, I would, too. People have been like, look at this guy being angry in this boat. It just see me just swinging my arms back and forth. Talking about, leave me out here paddling this boat. I know, right? It's stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, I think, you know, that's what I'm like. I can't wait for the day where I can, like, you know, get mad about stuff like that, because I know it's gonna be funny. I'll be like 80, 90 years old laughing about that stuff. But that's like every like old-fashioned relationship. They just be arguing about nothing. So just my parents, they've been in so many places. My parents, they've like more so when they were younger. They went to a lot of different places. Because my mom lived, both my parents, they both, like, growing up, they lived down south. But my dad, I remember he said he used to live in Cali a little bit. And then they somehow met out here in Washington. They got like any fast cars I can use? They got all these like slow cars. Been all over the U.S., London, Korea, Vietnam. Dang. Now they have been to a lot of different places. Yeah, I can't say that about my parents. For the most part, they've just only, like, the states that we visited were states that they, you know, used to live in. Like Cali, Louisiana, Texas. Well, we drove through Texas. We didn't actually, like, go out there and do nothing, but it was like, you know, Korea and Vietnam. Get my sister. Oh, okay, okay. So many countries I want to visit or get to try. You know, I don't know. Like, I would like to visit countries, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. I wouldn't mind, though. There are some places, like, I think the only country that I really want to go to is Canada. But I'm like, I can go there anytime since I live in Washington, so just give me a passport and I'm good, but live in Italy. Okay, okay. But yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, that's the thing, though. I'm not, like, really big on traveling. Like, when you do it once, now I'm like, okay, then that's, you know, there's that. But I'm not really that big on traveling. I think that's, like, the more so the problem why I just don't really care for visiting countries, because you know, I don't know. They come out with a teleporting device that I'm like, alright, yeah, sure, but Dad loves Canada. Yeah, like, Canada seems like a chill spot. It just seems like one of those places, like, you gotta go there and, you know, have some random Canadian person apologize to you for no reason. Like, they accidentally bump into me, and next thing you know, I'm like the president of Canada, and I'm like, fam, I don't know how it happened. I feel like Canadian people, they just way too nice. Why somebody from Canada, they're like, Canadian people are not nice, bro. I'm like, I don't know. I got like a couple of friends out in Canada. VA sucks. Yeah, I'm like Washington. I'm like it's just I wanted to because no, it rains too much out here. All the Pacific Northwest area, it just be raining for no reason. Japan, Korea, Thailand, Canada, Greece, Australia. Okay. Yeah, I'm like, Japan seems like another... Speaking of Japan, I don't know if you guys saw that, but they said that they're going to start sending people to jail for insulting others in Japan, like, during video games and stuff. Like, imagine that. It's full of races. Oh, yeah. Yep. There's those areas. Sorry you have to deal with that. I'm like, yeah, it's just people out there. It's just, they're simple-minded. That's the only things that they know, is just being racist. Like, they don't know any better, so... It's funny, though, like, that's what I'm like, that's what, I think a lot of people, that's why they just think I'm weird. Because, like, I look for that type of anger out of a person. Like, I want a person to become racist because of me. Then I'm like, I finally have broke that person down. Like, I don't just do that just because. But, like, if I know that person has, like, some, like, hostility towards me, I'm like, I'm gonna break you down. Watch. I already know I could get that out of you. It's because of the thing. I didn't even know. That's my first time ever hearing about that, Shadow. People say certain things. I'm like, huh. It didn't look at me like I was supposed to know that. You don't know what a bomb cyclone is? I'm like, look, it sounds like something from a Superman movie, so I'm like, I'm sorry for being, I'm also simple-minded. Spend a lot of getting racially, but yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. I never really, cause more so with me, maybe with other people, but more so with me, I never had got bullied, cause everybody knew the type of person that I was, and I caused people to cry. I remember one kid, he thought he was gonna do that with me. He thought he can make fun of my last name, Moss, and he was just like, your name grows on trees and all that stuff, and I just kind of looked at him and was just like, and so I ain't going to say his last name, but I did crack a joke on his last name. And that kid was in the classroom crying. Like, he threatened me. He said he was going to kill me. And I was like, to know that I can bring that out of a person, I looked at my hands and was just like, I got the power. Like, I got the power right now. Especially a baby version of Typhoon. Oh, okay. That's going to be my conversation started with some random people tomorrow. Know what a bomb cyclone is? It's a baby typhoon. That's what it is. They're like, sir, can you move out of the way so I can grab me a box of cereal? I'm like, alright, my fault. But yeah, Liz, I'm like, Donovan, them people probably just, like I said, simple-minded. Swap to all my school kids are telling me to go back where I came from. Yeah, I wish a kid would have said that to me. I'm like, you gonna be right there with me on that plane, because you ain't from here either, so. So that's if I was even here. That's crazy. People are bold. People are extremely bold. Saying stuff like that. It's past, so we won't get rain again for a while. Good, because I'm trying to go outside and exercise. But yeah, Liz, it's times like that when I kind of just wish, like, I went to your school, because I definitely would have been roasting some people. I say some dark stuff too. I say some things that really get a person crying. I have a person in the bathroom crying. Adopted from now. Oh, that's kind of dope. yeah, I'm like, I'll say some dark stuff. That's why I think a lot of times, like, people just didn't start with me because they knew what I was capable of. They're like, oh, he causes kids to cry. I remember there was a time, though, where this one girl was being racist towards a friend of mine's in the classroom. So I looked at the girl, I was calling her, like, every, like, you know, like, anything pretty much with big on the menu on McDonald's and was just calling her that. Then she gets up, go tells the teacher. I ended up getting 4 days of detention. I'm like, wow, for defending my friend. I'm like, this school is something else. Much on the internet. Okay. I like that though. I like the fact, you know, you like opened up to us and stuff. It's cool. It's an opening up session. You all, you know, gotta open up about stuff. Okay, what can I say? My mom told me that I used to laugh in my sleep. Like, legit. She said that I have, like, a smile and kind of would, like, giggle in my sleep. So, just warning people. Warn everybody, whoever my future wife is, if she's watching this, just letting you know. If I'm laughing, you know, I'm having a good dream. My eyes. I can imagine like all of us having a sleepover, and somebody looks at me and then they're gonna like, Tyler, why are you up? I'm like, well, Liz is up too. I look over, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, she's been in that same position for like, hey yo, Liz. I'm like, Liz. I look over, I'm like, hey, I don't think something's right here. She's motionless, but like, she ain't even facing the way that the TV is at. I start getting scared. If I see somebody sleeping with their eyes wide open, I get scared. I'm like, hey, yo, what's going on? Hey, somebody call paramedics. I'll perform CPR. You wake up confused. That'd be funny, though. And knowing me, I'll be sitting there like, I'll probably like will wake up and see you with your eyes open and be like, Liz, you awake? All of a sudden, I just hear a snore. I'm like, oh, she is sleeping with her eyes open. I would face the other way. But then what would scare me if I look back and then see you facing in my direction, I know I had to wake you up. I had to wake you up. I'm like, nah. I'm like, can you please like sleep with your eyes open facing the other way? I'm like, I can't have that. To be a wild sleeper too. Sometimes wake up, take on my bed. Oh no. See, it's things like that I don't need to see. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here thinking you being attacked. I just stood up on top of something, elbow dropped the comforter, thinking it's a person. Cause see, my thing is that when I'm half asleep, I don't know what's going on. So if I see you wrestling around with a comforter, I'm thinking somebody's attacking you. And I'm like, nah, you ain't attacking Liz. I ain't jumped off and elbow dropped the comforter. Liz is like, my lungs. I'm like, oh. I'm like, cause I ain't put my glasses on, so I just seen you fighting, and I heard struggling noises, and so I thought you was being attacked. I'm sorry. I'll do some stuff like that too. Saying, I'm like, I don't know. All I'm trying to do is defend my friend. Can I not defend my friend? I'm saying, like, you see them getting attacked, you gonna defend them. I'll be scared. I'll be like, hey yo, who snuck in the house all quiet, like, and just started attacking Liz? Like, that ain't even cool. I know, right? If not that, like, if I was awake and then all of a sudden I just see like Liz waking up and she's like, guys, help me, please. Like, they're attacking me. I probably would stand there and look for a little bit. Cause I'm like, nah, I gotta see how this plays out. I gotta see who wins this fight. I'll probably like add on to it. Liz, put him in a headlock. Their head is there. Put him in a headlock. Go to my cousin's house. He would kick me in my sleep. Kicking back or slap. That's crazy. Why would they? That's just disturbing the person. That's one thing, like, to never do to a person is disturb them while they're sleeping. I hate it when people would do stuff like that. Because I'm like, fam, just let me sleep. I'll be in the classroom and friends want to, like, poke me or tap me on my shoulder. I'm looking like, what? What do you want? They're like, you shouldn't be asleep. I'd like, nah. If it was ever like one of them kids, like the teacher's pet, and they walk up to me talking about, you shouldn't be asleep in the class. I'm like, okay, well, you shouldn't look like Forrest Whitaker, but we can't have everything we want in life, so. Same bed. Oh, nah. I ain't sleeping in the same bed, nah. I'm like, my thing is, cause see, the thing is, like, I'm a wild sleeper too. Take the blankets. Nah. I'm like, you gonna share them blankets. Like, otherwise, you gonna see me mid-flight just giving him either a swanton bomb or an elbow drop. So I'm like, you choose. It's either you give up the blankets or a wrestling move is gonna happen. Now I'm already in the motion of doing the wrestling move. Yeah, I'm like, I'm not with that. That's one thing about me, though, is that I'm a deep sleeper. Like, anything can go down, I'll just be passed out asleep. Heavy sleep, I'm not. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, no, it's a thing. It is fam, I am the most, honestly, the way that I sleep, you would have thought that I had just went, like, 12 rounds with Mike Tyson, winded out, and just got the coldest knockout punch of all time. Like, that's how much of a heavy sleeper I am. Like, things would go down, and I would wake up afterwards like, what's going on? About me kicking and hitting. Exactly. I'm like, I ain't got, like, bro, I love sleep, so I ain't got time to be messing with people. Rather not share a bed with someone, but to share a bed with me so they can cuddle. Nah. I don't do that. I remember one time me and my sister, we had to share a bed. We went to California for the first time. I looked there, I said, you stay in your area, I'm going to stay in my area. If I remotely find an arm on me, I'm putting you in the hold. So, you play with me if you want to. You're going to find out real quick that I'm just the one brother you don't want to mess with. Put her in that wrestling hold CM Punk be doing. Twist her arm behind her head. Our parents just gonna wake up, see me just with a big old just look on my face. Saying like I don't like when I'm asleep, I like being in my see that was like one of the things I hated when I was like when I used to work in Seattle is that when people want to sit so close next to me while I was asleep. I had it where this one old dude, he always felt like he had to fall on me while he was asleep. One time I moved forward, and I said, no, I'm going to just let this man just fall. So I moved forward as far as I could, and he started, like, going off to the side. I didn't even catch him. I let that man hit his head right there on that seat. He wake up, like, looking around and stuff. I'm like, yeah, stay in your own seat. Stop falling on me. Friends sleep over. I will wake up in the morning with their arms wrapped around me. I'm like, nah. Nah, I'm like, you better take your arms. I'm like, remove your hands off me. Yeah, exactly. You gotta do wrestling moves with people that do stuff like that.
Smooth it out, one turn at a time.
Like, they're gonna learn real quick. I'm like, stay in your area, and I'll stay in my area. Like, I get it, like, maybe if it's, like, you know, if it's a significant other, like, I had to be prepared for the day when, but I'm like, nah. Even then, I'm like, if it's, like, cold, and she got, like, and she's a cold-bodied person, well, I'm like, nah, you feel like icicles. Like, get off me. Like, I need to be warm right now. But if it's a significant other, I'm like, alright, cool. But if not, I'm like, hey, yo. Like, you better keep that over there. I'm gonna crash. The opposite, yeah. But me, my thing is this, is like, I can sleep in any position the person is up away from me. Man, I don't, if it's, like, if it depends, though. If it's, like, hot outside, and they're a hot-bodied person, I'm like, nah, because you gonna get the sweating, and it's gonna cause me to sweat, so you can stay over there. But if it's cold outside, I swear, like, whoever my wife is, she's gonna wake up with, like, with me latched onto her. She's gonna be looking at me like, babe, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm like, okay, well, carry me. I'm like, you just go, you know, just you gonna have to, because look, you is warm right now. It is cold. Much of a colored person, to be honest. Okay. Hot bice. No, same. Seriously, same. Nah, like, I'll be outside wearing some shorts, and it'll be like 40 degrees outside. As long as I got a jacket, hey, look, I'll wear me some shorts. I'll be outside just chilling. Nastiest thing. Oh, here we go. I'm ready. I am ready.
Alright, listen, you've just gone past the halfway stage of the race.
Why should be some stuff that I ain't did? I'm like, oh yeah, that's so nasty. Somebody then joined, like, you did that same thing. I'm like, hey, look, I'll ban them before before anybody can even read it. I'll ban them. I'm like, nah, you ain't gonna put me on blast. Put her feet on me because they were cold. They were screaming. So I don't know. Like, if the feet is like crusty and ashy and stuff, I'm like, hey, look, I'm just saying, if a spark comes from your feet, I'm like, look, I'm gonna get a fire extinguisher and blow your feet out. I'm like, put some socks on or something. I guess I wouldn't mind. Like, it depends, though. Like, if it's, like, in the leg area, okay, cool. If I wake up with a whole foot on my face, nah, I'm putting her in the ankle lock. Hands down. I'm putting her in the ankle lock. Near me. Yeah. I don't know. Because I guess I can understand, you know, some people, I'm like, just make sure the feet's clean. Like, if you got, like, them sweaty feet here and you be wearing shoes with no circulation or no, like, airflow, then yeah, but... yeah. It depends, though. Like, if it's, like, in the leg area, because I wear, like, a lot of pants and stuff, so as long as I don't feel it, okay, cool. But, like, nah. If like I said, if I wake up with a whole foot, like, on my chest or, like, face area, nah, ankle lock. She's just gonna wake up with her ankle being raised in the air, and I'm like, I'm gonna twist it. I'm gonna fall backwards. I'm just gonna be screaming tap out. I'm like, okay. Now, that's what's gonna happen every single time when I wake up with a foot on my face. It's like, people think I won't do it. I'll do it. Dang, this race is still going on? I guess.
Okay, you've got 2 laps.
I wouldn't even have, like, nah, because, like, I guess if I had, like, a bad, like, problem with stuff like that, I wouldn't even have told her. I just would have slowly maneuvered my body in that area, and then I just screamed out ankle lock, and I would have put her in the ankle lock. I'm like, now, this just let you know, this is a rule in the bed. Do not put your feet on me. But me, I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, my thing is like, just don't do no weird stuff while you're asleep. I just don't want to wake up and she's doing some paranormal activity stuff. Like, I wake up and she's standing over me. Because I'm like, nah, I would leave the house at that moment. I'm like, nah, I don't know what kind of paranormal activity stuff you got, but you ain't gonna have it where you and your sister kills me while I'm asleep and throws me halfway across the house. Yeah, I'm like, after I seen that part in that movie, I was like, oh, them people is wild. That was the one part. It was funny, like, out of all that whole movie, that was the one part that, like, weirded me out. I'm like, hey, yo, why is she standing over him for so long? Yeah, that's definitely a fight. Like, I'm putting her in the full Nelson if I wake up and I see her, like, nah. Her and that ghost gonna learn real quick I am not the one. Like, what other things the person shouldn't do? I feel like, how y'all feel about snoring? Like, on a scale, like, you know, what is your tolerance on snoring? Like, do you like, if it's like little petty snores, or if they sound like a Shelby GT 500, like a souped up like engine in a car,
Keep that lead intact.
where they're like snoring so loud, it's like, dang, like you snore like you got asthma. Like, why is you snoring like that? Cause I'm like, I think deep sleeper, yeah. Cause no, I remember like, cause there's, you know, I know people that snore, and I'm like, dang, like it pays off being a deep sleeper. Cause I'm like, I wake up, hear their snores, I'm like, dang, what is that? Oh, that's them snoring. I'm like, oh, okay. Ain't nothing funnier though when a person wake up out their sleep, like half asleep, and they tell you some stuff. I've had people do that to me. I ain't gonna say who, but there's one time where a person had woke up out their sleep, and they looked at me, and I was just kind of looking at them because I was walking past them, and they was just like, why don't you go develop a ghost on the other side of the house? Immediately went back to sleep. I didn't even know what it meant, and I was like, what does that even mean? How do you develop a ghost? I'm like, does somebody have to die? I'm like, what does that mean? He's snoozing. Yeah, no, I'm saying, like, when a person wake up out their sleep and they just start saying some old random stuff, I'm like, man, it confuses me, because I'm like, how do you develop a ghost? I don't get that. I legit looked at them for a solid second, and then I started laughing, and I was like, I don't know what that means. Oh, then the other day I had one of the most wildest dreams of all time. I still to this day don't get that dream. I had a dream that I got attacked by a bird in Walmart, and legit woke up and it felt like the bird was on my neck. Turns out it was my hoodie. It was just the little pouch of my hoodie that was on my neck, and I felt it, and I woke up like hitting the pouch of my hoodie because I thought it was a bird attacking me. I remember because in the dream, I just took off running full speed, and I said, I'm just going to run into a bunch of stuff and just take both me and this bird out. And it's like, as soon as I, like, crashed into all of it, then I woke up, and it just felt like something was on my neck, and I was like, hey, yo, what? I looked, and I'm, like, looking around, like, what kind of dream was that? Why am I in Walmart getting attacked by birds? Like, out of all the animals, like, it had to have been a bird. What's this race? I could use a Koenigsegg. Yeah, I want to use the Agera RS. I don't like that other Koenigsegg. The other Koenigsegg is cursed. Trying to think what other things that like people do in their sleep. But no, I be having me some wild dreams though. I've had like dreams that I had a dream about Freddy Krueger one time. I'll never forget that dream. I survived in that dream too. So I'm just saying, like, oh, that's actually kind of a sick color. How'd you rate this game? I would probably rate it like maybe a 9. Like a 9 out of 10. Because it's a good game. Like, no, I like this. Probably the reason why I won't give it a 10 out of 10 because I just feel like that there could have been more added to it. I have the weirdest dreams ever. Oh, no, seriously, same. I have dreams and I'll wake up and be like, what was that all about? Like, how does that make any sense? Why did I have to be the one to have that dream? I hate my dreams sometimes because I sometimes will have dreams and I'm like, I wish I didn't dream that. Like, I had a dream not too long ago of this, there was this girl that I like, and she was, just overall, like, rubbing it in my face that she was, like, dating another person. I woke up from that dream, I just felt like, I felt anger. I felt, like, mad. I hate dreams like that. So I had dreams, different people I've never seen before, ain't it? But it's in my mind. Oh, no, seriously, like, no, I had dreams like that, too. No, I've had dreams like that, too, where it's like, you're somebody else, but it's your mind. No, I've had dreams like that, too. Yeah, that purple-green one actually did look nice. Did I add that? I didn't even add it. I don't think I did. Hold on, let me see where it was at again. Wasn't in this one. I dreamed not too long ago. Like, yeah, no, there's dreams I've had where I'm like, I've been attacked in dreams. I almost got attacked in dreams. I had one dream where the guy was like trying to stab me, and I like took the knife and like I did like some old weird Call of Duty stuff. I was like, I had dreams. I'm like, half the time my dreams don't even be making sense either. So, say what it was about, but it's not family friendly at all. Dang, now I'm curious. Like, because I'm, there's dreams out there. Where is that? Okay, now I gotta go through them all again because I'm like, there we go. Okay, now let's look through all the other ones. But yeah, Liz, feel free because I'm a nosy person and I like to, so feel free to message me anytime about that dream because now it's gonna like sit in my head like, dang, what was that dream about? Oh, I'm trying to think. Have I ever had dreams like that? I probably did. And I just woke up like, what was that? Like, what was that all about? Like, but no, so wait, whoa, wait, all right, so wait a minute, time out. So were you the corn star or was somebody else the corn star? Like, did you dream about somebody else being a corn star? Oh, you was the corn star. That's, yeah, no, that would be weird. Now, I don't think I've had dream. Oh, that's crazy. I'll wake up and be like, looking like, nah. I probably would have questioned being a content creator because I'm like, what does that mean? Is that going to speak for my future? Am I going to be a corn star? I'm going to be out here corn starting it? But I was a different, but oh, okay. Even then, still, I'd be like, nah. That just don't feel right. Because I'm like, it's still my mind. So I'm like, nah, I couldn't do it. Overall, that's a job that I couldn't do in real life, being a corn star. I'm like, nah. It's just one of those things where I'm like, I just don't want to have to explain that to people if they see me out in public. Like, last I need is like some like big behemoth man. Like, that just, I don't know. I just don't want, like, no big behemoth man, like, walking up to me while I'm at the mall, like, shoe shopping. And he's like, hey, I seen your videos last night. You're pretty good. You're pretty good. I would walk away. I would walk away. I would retire that same day and would just leave the whole situation. Then my dreams switched, and I was a dude, and Christina Milian was my wife. I'm trying to think. Have I had dreams about? Oh no, there was a time though where I had a dream where me and Jonah Hill was hanging out, and we noticed somebody robbing the house, and so we went to go stop the person from robbing the house, and he disappeared off in some dark road, And I found the person somehow I ended up in front of an airport, like chasing the person, and then they was crying, and I gave them a hug and was just like, oh, everything's gonna be okay, like, don't cry. And then their dad showed up and got mad at me for helping them. And I was like, what did I just witness? Like, I woke up from that dream, and what was crazy was that the girl that was in the dream, I went to school with the girl. Like, I remember me and her, we was in the class, and I was just kind of looking at her like, dang, do I know her from somewhere? Like, was she? I've seen her somewhere. And then I got to thinking about that dream. I was like, oh my God, that's the girl that was crying in front of the airport. I swear, if she said anything about airplanes, I ran out that classroom screaming. So wild. Oh, book. Oh, no, seriously, same. I've had some wild dreams, too. I've had dreams where I've legit, like, woke up, like, confused. Like, looking around. I've had dreams. I've woke up. I've heard noises. I'll never forget when I had it. I was dreaming, and I woke up, and I forgot that I was, like, on the G4 channel the night before. So, Ninja Warriors, like the Japanese Ninja Warriors, where the dude was talking all fast, I would wake up and would hear that man. I heard that man talking, and I thought, like, a Japanese man had broke into our house, and he was just yelling at our family. I remember I was, like, kind of walking around the house just being quiet, like, where is he? Why is he yelling at my family? And then, like, I got to looking at the TV and was just like, Ninja Warriors is on. I'm like, let me relax myself. I love this car so much. It's like, all right. It's like, you had all that space. One of my dreams along. No, I'll do that. If the dream is, like, interesting enough, I will write it down. Because it was that Jonah Hill dream. I wrote that down. I remember I had turned that dream into a story. Because I like to write stories and stuff. And I turned it into a story. Oh, then there was one time I remember I had a dream about, so in this dream, it was so odd. But anyways, I had this dream when I was 9. Now, I'm going to just say this before I get into the rest of the, dream. Now, the video game Mass Effect had not came out yet. I'm just going to say that. But anyways, so I'm 9 years old when I had this dream. So I had a dream where a bunch of bats had attacked me and my family and froze us. So we were just like frozen solid after the bats would touch us and things. So anyways, that was that old weird dream. And I think I remember right after that, then that's when I had the Freddy Krueger dream. But anyways, fast forward, I'm in high school, okay? And I end up getting the Mass Effect trilogy. Now I beat 1, started playing 2, and they had this level in there where there was these like bat-like creatures that will touch you and will cause you to freeze. Now, like I said, Mass Effect had not came out yet, and I had a dream about that, and I remember playing that level and was like, hey, yo, I seen this. I remember playing that level and was all like, where have I seen this? I was like, looking like, nah, like, I legit, like, it is very, very trippy. I had that dream, I was like, nah. I'm like, ain't no way I had a dream about a level in the video game. Then the first video game hadn't even came out yet. So honestly, the second one ain't gonna be in development. The first one wasn't even in development. I had that dream and then I played that game and was like, hey yo, that is so wild. That's the thing though, I'll have like scary dreams and they won't scare me. I'll wake up and be like, huh, that was weird. Go right back to sleep. I had a dream about this girl I've never seen in my life. She kept disappearing once I get close to her, even drew her. I think I did hear they said like when you dream about people that you've never seen, I guess like you have seen them, but you just don't pay attention to them. Like you've seen them probably like in the store or outside in public or somewhere, but you just don't pay attention to them. So you probably have, and it's just like, just that little like quick glimpse of memory or something, but I know there's probably people that didn't seen me and they didn't dreamed about me. They were like, why I keep dreaming about this big-headed black guy? Like, I've had this dream, like, for the past, like, 2 weeks now. Why I keep dreaming about him? Then watch, and then they're gonna see me on YouTube, and they're like, fam, I've had dreams about you. Like, you, in one of the dreams, you was chasing a chicken, and you had, like, comic books. And I don't know what it overall meant. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, what does that even mean? Why did I have why was I chasing chickens? It's funny how, like, people have dreams about you and them dreams would never make any sense. Kind of miss you. I listen to a bunch of different music. I think that's, you know, that's just one of those things. I'm like, people, it trips me out, where it trips out people when they find out what type of music I listen to. Like, I think a lot of people don't be expecting me to listen to heavy metal. I listen to heavy metal like it's like I grew up listening to heavy metal. I know, seriously, same. I felt like that. If you, because you're like, you know, because you be singing and make music and stuff. I just feel like when you make music, you kind of like, you're open to like others' music. Like before I got into music, I would just strictly just listen to rap. I mean, I did kind of listen to a couple of rock songs here and there, but I strictly would just listen to rap. Now, I have songs that are in Spanish that I don't even know. There's this one band that did this, and it was from that. It was actually from the movie trailer for that movie, Slumdog Millionaire. There's a song that they play in the background, and I'm like, I freaking love that song. It's this song by like this Icelandic like group, I think called like Sigur Rós or something like that, and it's like called Happy Pola, something like that. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but I be listening to that song. I'm like, hey, yo, I don't know what these guys are saying, but this song slaps. I like how I listen to that song. Now I have my phone on shuffle. Next song that plays is Chief Keef, and I just start like freaking dancing to Chief Keef. I'm like, my music preferences makes no sense. It'll go from like Johnny Cash to some Spanish song to Chief Keef to that Icelandic music, and then like freaking, I don't know, just then some other random people. And then it'll be like Aaliyah or Destiny's Child. I'm like, what are all these songs on your phone for? I don't know. They just all sound nice to me.
Listen up. Hold the lead. Last lap.
Neo Soul. R&B. Okay. I used to listen to a lot. There's like a lot of good R&B songs out there. That's what I try to like avoid now, is listening to like sad music, like sad R&B songs. Like there's some certain R&B songs that I just can't listen to because I'm like, nah. There's this one song where I'm like, I already know it's just gonna make me sad if I start listening to it, but it's this song called Jealous, by, dang, what's that man's name? Labyrinth. I remember last year when I was going through it, I was outside exercising, was listening to that song. I almost started crying while I was exercising, because I was like, that song had me freaking, bro. I had to listen to XXXTentacion after listening to that song. That song had me like, fam. It is extremely sad. That song, I still don't listen. I have that song saved. I just don't listen to it. I'm like, the day I listen to that song, I gotta be married. I gotta be married. I can't be single listening to that song. I was single listening to that song. All I'm gonna do is cry my eyes out. Ari Lennox. I never heard of them. I probably did. I probably heard the song of theirs. I'm like, nah, I refuse to listen to them because they ain't gonna have me out here crying, so. It was funny though. I remember there was I remember I was in high school and this girl, she had it's like it has something to do with music, but the beginning part doesn't. But no, there's this girl that I had liked in high school, and she rejected me because I had to say that was like the one like racist moment that did get to me. But she rejected me because I was black. So honestly, of course, me being, you know, sad and things, that's the one song that I listened to was this song called 50K by Waka Flocka Flame. And that was like my like sad, depressing song. I listen to that song and just be like, why am I sad? Why am I listening to Waka Flocka Flame being sad right now? About sex and okay. That's the thing. I can't listen to music like Cardi B or Nicki Minaj, because when they start like singing about like how they, you know, they having, I could say I don't know what's like family friendly or what's overall say, but like I just don't know how to overall feel when I'm like listening to a song from a woman and she's singing about how she gonna have like sexual relations with some like man, or I'm like I can't rap to this. I can't rap along to this. It's like, it's awkward. I'm like, how does one rap to this? Unless you're like in that situation. I'm not in this situation. So what am I rapping to it for?
Kristen, a pleasure as always.
Shea Butter Baby. Yeah, I'm like, I'll listen. I'll give her a listen.
World time, and I've just been told the race is seconds away from lights out.
Yeah, it's like certain artists, they'll do stuff like that. I'm like, I can't turn up to this. I can't bob my head to this. I'm like, the beat's fire, but I'm like, serious? But I'm like, I just don't know how to overall like respond to this. I see artists. I like artists that are funny. Artists that aren't funny, they just be making music just serious all the time. I'm like, artists like that, I don't know about them. I like artists that are funny. They got like a comedy side to them. That's like one artist I had liked a lot before, you know. Well, I mean, even after he passed, like, it ain't like I stopped liking him. But Mac Miller. That guy, I remember when he had his reality TV. He's the only person I know that had a reality TV show with no fighting. Like, he had a dope reality TV show. Oh yeah, Doja Cat. Nah, she cool too. Doja Cat cool too. Oh yeah, Mac Miller. What was I? I think I was getting ready to head home from work, and I seen the news that he had passed away, and I was like, nah, not Mac. No, it can't be the Mac Miller we know. And sure enough, it was him, and I was like, oh, this is sad. This is so sad. I think it was his album, that not the last album that he came out with, but the album, I think it was overall. Hold on for a second. Let me see real quick. I think that last album he released before he passed, like, I think he released that album on my birthday. And it was messed up because I was like, I didn't listen to it because I'm thinking, started listening to him in 6th grade. I think I started listening to him when I was in high school, I believe. Hold on for a second. I gotta go. Is it Swimming? Oh, it wasn't on my birthday. Who released it? Oh, it might have been Trippie Redd. Well, August 3rd. I guess it was like the anniversary of me becoming a content creator, but yeah, I remember when that album came out and I didn't listen to it, and but I didn't think that was going to be like his last album that he was going to release when he was alive. And I was like, man, and then I think that news when it came out, that's why it was like one song off of that album that is like sad to me, but I can't listen to it, is Come Back to Earth. That song, man, I'm telling you, if I was like a diehard Mac Miller, I am a Mac Miller fan, but I feel like if I was a diehard Mac Miller fan, oh, that song would have brought me to tears every time listening to it. Yeah, but that song, Come Back to Earth, 2009. Where's some other songs off of that album? There's like one song he did like not an acapella version, but no, it was a Spotify session version of it. And he did a song, it was like, and he did like a cover of his own song, and I was like, dang, cover is sad too. I remember I was mad though when him and Ariana Grande started dating, because I kind of had like a crush on her. I'm like, seriously, bro? I'm like, I used to support your reality TV show, man. I used to listen to your mixtapes and your music. This what you do to me? You date a woman that I had never met before and most likely never will meet her? I see you. I see you. Like, I had legitimate beef with Mac Miller, and I was just like, bruh, like, why? Like, how come you couldn't, like, you could have had any other girl. You just had to date Ariana Grande. I'm like, alright, it's cool. I ain't tripping about it. And then she came out with a song. I can't remember. Oh, no, it was the Thank You Next song. And she thanked him in the beginning of the song. And I was like, man, why you gotta do sad stuff? Why everybody gotta do sad stuff in their music? Like, I'm like, everybody just stop, okay? If I start sitting here, I'm heading home from work. And I start crying on this bus because everybody want to release sad music. I swear, man. But yeah, I was like, yeah, but the day he passed, I was like, man. Because I used to, yeah, like I said, I used to listen to his mixtapes. I used to watch his TV show. Like, I was a fan of him. And it was just something that I just, like, couldn't really... Plus, it was, like, maybe a few months after, because it was in 2018. It was a few months after. I was kind of, like, numb to death. Because a few months prior, I think everybody remembers when XXXTentacion, when he passed away. And I know, like, people have, like, their ill feelings towards him. But I did like him as an artist. You know, I did listen to his music a lot, frequently. Like, I listened to X's music, like, every single day. And so that's why I was like, when he passed, I was just like, now that was one artist. And I'm like, and there were so many different people that passed away. That was one person where I did almost start crying because he passed. Like, I was on the bus and I was almost in tears. Like, I can feel the tears in my eyes because I was like, this is not real. Play Alone Part 3 on guitar. I'm saying, I need to start back playing the guitar. I went and bought a guitar and I haven't touched that thing in forever. But yeah, I was like, when he passed, that was just something I was not expecting. I still be listening to his music a lot too. That's one thing though, like the friends that he did, because he was a part of this group called Members Only. A lot of people don't really be giving the other members like credit, because they be having some good songs too. Like there's one guy a part of that group called his name is Craig Zen, and he got some songs out with Lil Peep. I know a lot of people like, you know, have like their love towards him. I know I think he got a couple of songs in. I think he was cool with Lil Peep. But anyways, no, Craig Zen got this song called Rooted. Fam, that's my anger song. That's the song where I'm mad and I want to put on a pair of black Air Forces and just cause mayhem. That's my song right there. Like, I will listen to that song and try to headbutt a window, like the side of a car window. Probably would knock myself out in the process, but just let everybody know I'm serious. There's some other members from there. Dang, what's that one guy's name? There's like there's an Asian guy that was a part of that group. He got some good music too. Him. Then there's this like bigger guy that's in that group. And of course everybody knows Ski Mask Slump God. It was actually a funny story about Ski Mask. Ski Mask came out with this video of him freestyling, but if you look in the background, it's a friend of his. Let's just say that he was doing some corn star activity stuff with a woman in the back, and Ski Mask is just sitting there just freestyling. And I'm like, I don't know what kind of household that is, but I couldn't have done that. I feel like both parties need their privacy. The corn star guy and, Ski Mask. I was like, I remember I saw that. I think I saw that video on World Star, or just randomly scroll. It was either World Star or randomly scrolling through Twitter, and I was like, why did I see that? Why is that man just rapping like what's going on in the background ain't actually happening and stuff? Like, what is happening right now? See what this race is. Dang it, I didn't even clean my car. Hey, but at least I'm in first place. Oh, it's just us. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's try to pass me up. I'm prepared to crash this car. Trying to think what other artist is. Oh, when Juice WRLD, when he passed away, I know. I can't even, Juice WRLD, I didn't really accept his death until like months later. Because I was like, nah. I'm like, I mean, honestly, I knew it had happened, but I was like, I can't feel any emotions towards that. Then I think when I started like listening to his music, then I was like, oh, dang, he actually did pass away. Like, wow, this is crazy. Actually, you know what? No, I think it was like maybe the very next week. I remember listening to, because I went out to go get me some shoes. I didn't get them, and I was sad that day, and I was listening to his music, and I was like, oh, well, dang, like, it hit me, like, later, but the day of, I remember I couldn't really accept it. I think a lot of people just wasn't accepting it. They're like, nah, ain't no way this is true. Then it was like, as the time progressed on, and it was like, oh, dang, like, this actually happened. I swear, I hate when my, like, freaking controller does that. It'll, like, tickle my feet, and I'm like, the heck is that? Dang, this is a long race. I think after this race, I'm gonna call it a day with this stream. I didn't realize I was gonna be doing an 8-lap race. And I think it's like 3 or 4, however many miles it is. So it's funny, I was just sitting there thinking about that. I'm like, I remember like back when I was a kid, I don't know why I felt like moving my body like helped me like with racing games. I'm sitting here like motionless right now, and I'm like, I've barely even moved. I'm not even moving at all. And I'm still doing the same thing that I did before. I just felt like moving my body, like, it just confirmed with me that the car is moving. Plus, like, when you're winning the race, too, then it's like, oh, okay. I ain't got no reason to be, like, you know, all, like, on the edge and stuff. How is my teammate last? Like, bro. I feel like my teammate, like Nick Whittle, like that guy, like he would have a wedding and he would show up to his own wedding. I'll show up to his wedding first before he does. I'm like, bro, just man, just please, just be in second place. Just be like neck and neck with me.
Lap 3. We need a big push off the field.
I think that's what I am gonna do though. I'm gonna use this massage gun for my ankles, cause I'm getting old. 25 years old and I'm getting old. I feel like I feel young some days, and then go outside, try to exercise. I'm like, nope, old age, old age. I don't get it. I go out there and see people that are older than me, like 60-something years old, be out there jogging like it's nothing. Meanwhile, I'm over there winded out. I'm like, bro, I need your lungs. I need your shins, and I need your lungs. I'm going to start robbing people for shins and lungs. Because I'm like, I get bad shin splints, and my lung capacity is like freaking Carl Johnson in the beginning of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Speaking of San Andreas, I can't wait for that game remastered edition to come out. Definitely gonna be playing that. It's like my cable box better not start acting up. Sitting here trying to stream, that thing want to switch channels.
5 laps left to go.
How they gonna have it right here? It look like a whole storm is happening right now. Like a tornado's about to, bruh. Oh, that actually would be kind of sick though. They should come out with like a freaking racing game. Well, actually they did, but it didn't do as good. Like, have like some tornadoes happen. I'm just out there racing and my car go like flipping in the air.
You're through the
Dang, it's
halfway
already 1
point.
a.m. Dang, I've been streaming for an hour and a half. Where's the time gone? I'm like, bro, it has not been that long. So I'm winning the race. I don't even care if I spin out, lose control, go off-road. It's like, who needs to worry about freaking at least being in second or third as my teammate? It's like, bro, like, come on, man, pass some cars up. I got 3 more, man.
3 laps to go.
These laps is long, bro. Laps should not be this long. Like, can't gas it and try to go faster. It's just gotta sit there and just wait. Definitely after this, I'm done. It should have been the first race I should have did. Or at least save this race for tomorrow. I swear I don't get my phone. They say double tap the screen for the screen to come on. Double tap, the screen don't comes on. So it's like, what's the point of even having that feature? Welcome back, Liz. I'm just ranting about freaking phones.
You want the perfect example of that was it.
Like, bro, do you gotta be so loud on the intercom? I can't remember if it was a stream or if it was a podcast episode that I was talking about. But I started thinking, since 4 a.m. No, I feel it. But no, I saw we were talking about how, like, when you were saying that one stream, how, like, dudes just overall being weird in your DMs. And I was like, I talked on that. I was like overall just saying, I'm like, hey, like, man to men, I'm like, y'all need to chill on that. Like, women ain't seeking, you know, freaking weird dudes in their DMs and crap. I'm just all off on off-road. Yeah, I'm like, it's like, I sit down and think about that. I'm like, man, why? Like, do you really think you gonna get that girl's, like, I'll never forget, though, there was a one girl, it was this model, she was saying how, like, a guy had, like, I think it led to the divorce of his wife, but he would, like, message this girl while he was married, and I'm like, fam, I could never be disrespectful like that. DMs, that's weird. That's just weird. I'm like, I couldn't do that. Regardless of whether I'm single or in, definitely if I'm in a relationship, but I'll like the post. I'll comment just, you know, saying, hey, it's, you know, it's nice. I'm like, I ain't gonna be all weird about it. But yeah, it's like, as far as I'll go, I'll like a photo. That's it. That's all that I can. That's all that I want to do. That's all that a person should do. It's just, you know, like the photo. Yeah, if you leave a comment saying some nice things, I'm like, alright, cool. But if you're gonna be weird about it, it's like, nah. Girl ain't looking for that. Girl ain't on Instagram, you know, posting a selfie or whatever, seeking, you know, nah. But if it's the same guy, I'm like, bro, like, take the hint. She don't want to be with you. Like, it's been all this time. It's done, bro. Like, you say what you need to say. It's, you know, can't say no more. It's like, it's over. Like, leave the situation alone.
Final lap. Keep that lead intact.
There's like certain guys out there, it's weird like that. I'm like, it couldn't be me. Because I think, like, for one, I'm too lazy. Even if I did have the energy, I would use my energy for something a little bit more productive. But I'm too lazy. I ain't got the time. I'll just like the photo and be like, dang, I don't even feel like leaving a comment. Half the time, I don't feel like double tapping the screen. I'm like, how can I like a photo without, like, with too much effort? How can I just, like, look at it and just like it? Can I, like, double tap with my eyes? I'm telling you, they need to do some stuff like that. Instagram needs to come out with an update. You just blink and then you good. He even asked how old I was. I responded my age. Baby, that's just, man. That's so awkward that dudes act like that. Like, bruh. Like, stop. She don't want you. If she did, she would have been sending more responsive messages back. I could never call a girl, like, baby. Like, especially if we ain't even in no, like, relationship. Like, nah. I couldn't do that. I'm like, you don't know if that girl's, like, into you, interested in you. It's like any of that. So why do you think that's a good idea? That's why I'm like, you know, it's just guys out there just don't have respect for women on social media. Like I said, it's like, you know, like the photo, show support. You know, be just a supportive person. I feel like that's more recognizable than to be weird in the DMs. Where it's like, you know, you just overall just show support. And even then, it's like, you know, there's people out there that could be doing that with bad intentions. That's why it's like, you know, you can't really trust everything, trust everybody. But still, I'm like, that's more, you know, noticeable than just some guy like, oh, can I, you know, just saying some old dumb stuff. Talking to himself for a few. Good. It's good that he's talking to himself. It's just, you know, if it ain't like a two-way conversation, I'm like, bro, it ain't meant for you. You gotta move on, man. You gotta leave the girl alone. She don't want nothing to do with you. He's like, nah, maybe she's busy, and she ain't busy. I seen that girl. That girl is like, she is not busy. He's like, well, maybe her phone just got bad reception, bruh. She lives right next door to a AT&T store. Like, she ain't got bad reception. And she got, like, you know, the best Wi-Fi of all time. Like, well, maybe she wasn't on Instagram. She's on Instagram 24/7. Look, she's active right now. They'll try to come up with every excuse, and it's like, bro, she don't want you, man. She don't. Like, just leave her alone. Like, do yourself a favor. It's like, you ain't gotta do her a favor. Do yourself a favor. Like, stop wasting your time, cause it doesn't even make any sense why guys do stuff like that. And they really think they trying to get some. They're going somewhere too. They're all like, "Oh man, she responded back to me." I'm like, "Oh my god, this is it. It is like it's happening right now." I'm like, "It's not. Ain't not one thing happening." So I'll be honest with, like, you know, people like that. Hey, like, you just gotta be honest with people like that. Let them know, like, hey yo, ain't nothing gonna happen. So like, you just gotta ditch the situation. So I think that's my problem though. I'm just too honest. Like, I can't just, you know, be nice about it. Like, if I was a girl on the internet and guy was doing that, I'm like, bro, stop. Like, ain't nothing gonna happen. You know, it's not. So I'm like, you just not gonna happen. So, but anyways, I'm gonna go ahead, call it a day with this stream. Go work on some videos. But yeah, Liz, to whoever that guy is, hopefully if he's still messaging you till this day, I'm like, I think it's best you tell that man, like, hey, look, like, don't see, that's the thing. I'm like, I think I'm gonna, like, you know, I'm gonna just do that for like friends and stuff. I'm gonna just be like, hey, if you need to use like one of my photos as like a fake boyfriend, I'm like, feel free. I give my friends permission to do that. I'm gonna block him. Definitely do that. But anyways, but no, yeah, no problem, Liz. I appreciate you for stopping by. It's always shout out to Liz, guys. Make sure y'all go follow her, show her some love, supporting her streams. One of the most goated streamers I've followed. Honestly, a very dope friend. But yeah, definitely, guys, go follow her. You know, all that. Very, very entertaining streamer. Guarantee you're gonna leave her stream like feeling good and stuff. So, but yeah. I will talk to you guys later on today when I stream, because it's past midnight and stuff. So thank you to everybody that tuned in today. And yeah, stay tuned for the next stream, and peace.